Let's play a game. Every time Chris says the word cook it in the video, you have to walk a mile. So I'll see you in about 17 weeks when you complete all those marathons. Coach Greg, and today I'm reviewing Chris Bumstead's diet. This is what it says. Full day of eating over 5,000 calories. It's making me just a little bit nervous in reading that. Is Bumstead force feeding? Last I checked, Chris Bumstead was 260 pounds and planning to compete in the Olympia. He's 30 pounds over his weight limit. Not sure if bulking is the best idea when you gotta drop 30 pounds. Maybe it was a cheat day, I don't know. I'm gonna watch, and I'm not holding back. Just because I like Chris Bumstead, don't mean I'm not gonna be honest. You know I'm gonna tell it like it is. I always do. I don't care if he's my best friend, worst friend, whatever. I treat everyone the same. Man, woman, circle, you're all the same to me. Mr. Olympia, last place, all the same. Let's start.
Just kidding. It's orange juice. Everyone who has believed me doing that, you're fools.
I was like, what is he doing? He's just trying to be funny. So good on Chris. He almost had me fooled. I was like, what?
I always underestimate how many calories this breakfast is, and I wonder why I feel so goddamn full after finishing this smoothie. But I feel like I've been eating a lot. I don't want to eat any more food. I hate eating half of the meals I have to eat, but I mean, that's the way it is. Ian does that for 12 months of the year pretty much. So here I am doing it for one. I can suck it. Cook it.
Okay, so a lot of cursing is being done, and he's force feeding because Ian force feeds for most of the year. So Chris is gonna do this for about a month. So he's saying, hey, I don't do it all year, but I just do it for a month before I start my diet. He doesn't actually know how many calories he eats. He's gonna just track it today. He's not really sure. Meal one was basically the sum of every single food you can think of all in one meal. Okay, it's healthy, it's just a lot. Frankly, it's about half of what most people eat in a day. It's a lot of food for breakfast. Is there anything wrong with that? No, he needs 5,000 calories. He's getting 1,200 for breakfast. That's almost a quarter of his calories in meal one. Now remember, if he's eating 5 meals a day, he needs upwards of around 1,000 calories per meal in order to hit that target. So he's got to keep eating, but he doesn't seem to enjoy it. What do I think about this? I think he doesn't need to eat that much. You all know I know this. But Coach Greg, Chris Bumstead's got a better build than you, so he clearly knows more about nutrition than you. Okay, sure, let's go with that. I'm gonna argue that if he only ate 4,500 calories instead of 5,500, it's not gonna matter. He's 260 pounds, his weight class is 230. Does he really need to be over 260?
I heat this up because my microwave.
Chris, easy on the curse words. My ears are hurting. What a potty mouth. Have you heard Chris?
No.
He said the cook it word at least 6 times so far. Yeah, he just said, I'm gonna heat this up. Like he's just cooking food. Why would you do that, Chris? Allie is not approving of this. Okay?
Not a verb.
No, Allie does not like that.
I normally like to eat like an hour and a half, an hour before the gym minimum.
He's consuming a lot more fast digesting carbs like rice. He's avoiding more fibrous things, and he's getting in some avocado oil for extra calories and healthy fats. And he also says, hey, I oftentimes will like a big muffin. Muffins are not healthy. It's cake. It's not unhealthy. Yeah, it's unhealthy. Now, I don't know what it is. Muffins are not healthy. And I'm not vilifying. Chris is not a horrible human for eating a muffin. He's a horrible human for saying the F word too much, and Allie doesn't like it. So there.
I'm gonna put this down, some pre-workout in me, and then go train some titties.
What is he, Elliot Hulse?
You gotta get woke to intersexual dynamics first before you wanna go get some titties and some sucky and licky and a dicty to the pussy.
Chris Bumstead been watching a bit too much Elliot Hulse? And the curse, what's with this guy's potty mouth?
So I already forgot that I was doing this full day of eating thing, so I pretty much ate my entire meal. But essentially it was 200 grams of white fish, and I'm gonna pick up the rice, but it was 350 grams of white rice.
So I forgot I was doing a full day of eating, and I already ate my next meal and forgot to record it. That's something I would do for sure. I hate doing full day of eating videos. You gotta record all day. It's hard, it's a lot of work. It's harder than you think.
So I started eating a lot of fish, and I've never in my life eaten fish in the off season other than salmon. I've never eaten white fish in the off season. So that's why I switched up to this. My favorite fish is bassa. So it's just, for me, it's like the least fishy fish of the fish, and it tastes the best.
It's almost reminding me like a pickled pizza. It's the least fishy of the fish. It's a pickled pizza. The pickled pizza is pretty. The pickled pizza pleased me pretty.
Much better than fish.
Fishy fish. It was just a lot of F's there. Usually I like pickled pizza words, pickled pepperoni pizza, but here is the fishy fish.
If you like fish, even if you don't like fish, because I normally hate fish in the off season, I only like it when I'm starving.
I can relate to that. I only like fish when I'm starving. I don't like it in the off season. That is so true. If you diet to the point of getting shredded, all food now tastes good. You don't like something, you love it on a diet. It's so fantastic. The worst food, oh man, I can't wait to have plain tuna. It becomes delicious. I'm not making this shit up.
If you get to the point where you just can't eat enough meat because you're eating so much, switch it up. Try eating a white fish. Same amount of protein in it, same amount of gains, healthy fats in it, and everything. Super good for you.
What's with all the cursing, Chris? Come on! Maybe there's so much cursing he's not getting as much YouTube ad revenue. I have to coach Chris on how to make money on YouTube. If you not have a family-friendly channel, you're gonna miss out on all those possible sponsorships.
I went almost a week one point with only eating eggs in the morning and then fish all day for my meals because it was so easy to eat, I did that. But then I started to get sick of fish because I was overdoing it.
So the lesson is, Chris, have some balance. Oh, I went a whole week of just having fish and I loved it. Then I got sick of eating fish. Oh, I love chicken breast and then I got sick of it, so I bought a barbecue. Then I barbecued chicken for a week and then I got sick of that, so then I switched back to hamburger. Always with one or the other. Mix it up, balance, spread it out. Fish for one meal, chicken for another, salmon for another, eggs for another. Switch it all around. So his next meal, he doesn't normally weigh this. So here's the take-home message. He just eats. No one is that meticulous. We are not. He's the Mr. Frickin' Olympia. He is not so meticulous as to say, oh, I need to have this exact amount of macros. Oh, this, and this percent, and this grad, He doesn't even weigh it. He's like, oh, well, this is rough. I'm going to find out how much I eat today. It doesn't have to be that complicated. If you're not losing weight, you need to eat less. You're not gaining weight and you want to, you need to eat more. And not just more food, more calories, specific to calories.
A classic in texture and in taste. So that doesn't sell it. I don't know what will, but it actually tastes really good. Brown rice pasta, it's a easy way to...
The language, Chris.
Much more dense than normal rice. Don't know what to say about that, but...
And half of it's on the floor.
I'm just gonna miss the whole bowl.
And curse and swear some more.
I don't know if I probably mentioned this in another video. This pasta sauce, if it can show that. But again, no secrets to this. I'm being lazy. I'm not putting this on a stovetop or anything. Just mix it all up in there. I do half a can of this. Again, I don't know what that is. 180 grams of ground turkey in there. Ground beef also tastes absolutely amazing with this meal, as a typical meat sauce would be with ground beef. But I've been eating a lot of ground turkey lately and eating minimal beef, so this is the way it is. And so I don't make a mess of my microwave, I put this little paper towel in there, toss in the microwave. The calories of this come to 1,220 calories. So it's a pretty hefty load of calories. Definitely a big ass bowl, and it leaves you full at the end. But it's just easy to eat because the sauce like makes it nice and it just goes down easily, you know?
What? Okay, so it's one thing to say a lot, but he's using it a little bit too easily. Somebody needs to bleep this shit out. Babe, how far are you away?
I gotta rewind this.
Makes it nice and and it just goes down easily, you know? Things usually go down easily, so
That was the worst sentence of life.
He's cursed more F words in this one video than I've heard in anyone's videos in my life. What is with the potty? Everything's F this. What's with kids now?
I don't know.
You have to talk with Chris.
Clearly.
You have to write him. The WAP song was more appropriate than Chris's videos. Oh, I'm a horrible human being because I said I'm gonna back up my Mack truck in your little garage. Who cares? But I can say the M word, F word as I please.
So this is meal number 5, and this is going to be my last meal, like real meal of the day. Typically, this meal is usually fish. At this point, either white fish with some fat or salmon. but I'm out of fish right now, and every time I do a full day of eating, I run out of stuff.
So how is the Mr. Olympia running out of all this food? Isn't it your job to freaking look amazing and plan all this stuff? So listen, so think of it this, you watching this, you right here, like normal you, not Mr. Olympia person. You are thinking, oh, I don't meal prep enough, and I don't cook in advance, and I don't... The Mr. Olympia runs out of chicken and fish all the time. It's his job. He's the best in the world. You're a normal human being. You gotta be proactive with your health, nutrition, and so on. Go to the grocery store, stock up. You're allowed to put things in the freezer, it keeps for a long time. Stop running out of food. Come on, Chris, you can do better.
The fats you get from like salmon and stuff are really good. Sometimes I incorporate avocados.
There's the F word again. So, Chris, instead of saying the fats you get from salmon are really cooking good, you can say, hey, Circles, the fats you get from salmon, they're really good fats. They're amazing fats. They're the fats you want. They're delicious fats. They're important fats. They're very crucial fats.
All right, getting ready for my last meal right now. Nighttime ritual. I set up my laptop and get my nice little oatmeal and everything ready, which I'll show you in a bit. But first, what I do is I take all my cooking supplements. I have this stack back here in here. Obviously, I'm not gonna run through everything with you guys or even suggest anyone needs to take that much shit. And I haven't eaten real vegetables in probably 3 weeks, to be completely honest. At the end of my off season, when I'm eating this much food, it's just genuinely hard to get some fiber like that in. And it's important as the micronutrients are and how much I push real food. If I had to think about eating a pound of broccoli on top of everything I ate, I couldn't do it.
Okay, so we're not gonna go over all his supplements, but listen to this. He's not eating any vegetables. And why? Because he's bulking, and if he were to eat like broccoli, it would fill him up too much. He wouldn't be able to handle it. It'd be too gassy, too full. Can't get the calories in. So let me pose you this question. Is bulking healthy? If you said yes, you're an idiot. Do you think that cutting out vegetables is healthy? Think of the micro and macronutrients that you can get from them. They're important. Chris himself says they're important, so that's why he's adding a supplement, which is a green supplement, because he realizes the importance of vegetables. It is not healthy or needed to cut out a food group. Whether it's meats, vegetables, fruits, grains, dairy, whatever. You don't need to cut out a food group. You don't need to bulk. Clearly not healthy. He's cutting out vegetables just so that he can bulk. And I'm sure he'd still win the Olympia if he ate a few vegetables.
Really beneficial, because who the fuck eats fruits and vegetables daily and to the amount you need?
Newsflash, Coach Greg eats enough fruits and vegetables daily, every day, and probably eats enough fruit and vegetables every day for me and Chris and Ian and his sister and parents and all their friends and cousins. When I go to a family gathering and they have 2 large salads, one is for 15 to 20 people and the other is for me. I think the only one that thinks that I don't eat enough fruit and vegetables in a day is probably Abby Sharp.
A, no judgment. Greg, you do you.
All right, the last thing of the day right here, some oatmeal, bloobs, and a little bit of peanut butter, like a tablespoon of that, 15 grams of, and it makes oatmeal so much easier when you have blueberry sprinkled in. Like when I'm prepping, if I can just have a little bit of blueberries in there and have 1 blueberry per bite of oatmeal.
So he loves fruit so much, but he's only got 11 bloobs in there. Why don't you double it up? Why not have 20? Why not go with 50? Why not have a full cup of the bloobs? Is he discriminatory against the bloobs? Does he have something against the Smurfs? Add more blueberries. You should see how many blueberries I put in my French toast. I have more blueberries per slice of French toast than he has in his entire meal. And I eat 6 French toasts. So that means I eat at least 6 times more blueberries than him for breakfast already to start my day.
This is a kind of a smaller meal, and I'm not having a shake with it or like protein, because I know I've already hit my protein goal for the day and I don't need to go in excess of that, especially when I'm eating so much carbs. You only really need extra protein when you're low on carbs, because carbs are protein sparing.
And Chris makes an excellent point. He hit his protein for the day. He doesn't need to eat anymore, especially if you're on a high carb diet. Carbs are protein sparing. You don't need to actually eat more protein. If you're eating a lot of carbs, the protein is going to be used for what it's supposed to be used, to build and repair, to build muscle. It's when you're on a severely calorie restricted diet, like when he ate around 1,800 calories for last year's Mr. Olympia. That's when problems can occur. You need to have all your micronutrients and macronutrients planned out because you're on such a calorie restrictive diet. There's a big chance you're gonna miss certain nutrients, okay? When you're bulky, eating a ton of food and you're off season and so on, it's way easier. You can get away with anything. You can skip a meal, doesn't matter because you've eaten so much. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter how you're doing.
As you can see, it's pretty boring. Sometimes I have a muffin. Some days I get a burrito, maybe once a week. But typically I eat really clean food. And I'm not saying you have to do this, but long term and energy wise, throughout the day, consistently, and internal health and everything, you will feel better. You will. I know there's people who push macros and eating whatever the fuck you want and making it fun and exciting. And that's totally cool. But I'm trying to be like the best bodybuilder in the world, and I don't want any variables out of the way.
If you eat healthy all the time, even in the off season, it should still be healthy foods. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna be a healthier person. Sure, it's in his off season. He could get away with eating Doritos all day long. He's bulking, but should he? Is it healthy? Is it gonna do good to your body? No. Your body is a temple. We're already abusing PDs when we're competing at the professional level. Do you think we need to abuse food as well? If you have one vice, you're doing one bad thing, everything else should at least be positive in the opposite direction to try to make up for some of the damage that we're doing to our bodies, okay? Don't forget that. Chris also has some health conditions. You can check out his channel if you want to know more. So he wants to do the utmost that he can to be healthy, to live a long and healthy life, okay? He wants to be smart about this. He's not just going to do stupid things. And I told you I'd tell it like it is, and I did. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Blooping up 2 videos this time. The one on the top is a good one. This one sucks. And until next time, I am out. Let's go get some bloobs.